A dimly lit courtroom in an ancient kingdom, tension hanging thick in the air, and one man, the king's most trusted advisor, about to face the most humiliating moment of his career. But what happens next will blow your mind, because sometimes the biggest fool in the room turns out to be the smartest person you've ever met. There was this brilliant minister, right? The kind of guy who had an answer for everything, the king's right-hand man, his go-to problem solver. Nothing moved in that kingdom without this minister's stamp of approval. Naturally, this made him a target. Jealousy spread through the court like wildfire. Everyone whispering behind his back, waiting for him to fall, and one day their moment came. The king called the minister forward in front of the entire court, looked him dead in the eye, and dropped a bomb. "You're brilliant, no doubt about it, but your son, man, your son is an absolute idiot. He's got no common sense whatsoever." The courtroom erupted. People were trying to hold back their laughter. The minister felt his face burning with embarrassment, but he kept his cool. Took a deep breath and asked, "Your Majesty, why would you say something like that? What makes you think my son is foolish?" The king leaned back in his throne with this smug look on his face and said, "Every single morning when I go down to the marketplace to meet with my people, your son is there, and every single day I ask him the same question. What's more valuable, gold or silver? And every single time without fail your son says silver." The entire court lost it. People were laughing so hard they were crying. Even the guards were trying not to crack up. The minister stood there feeling like the ground should just swallow him whole. He didn't say another word, just turned around and walked straight out of that courtroom. He stormed into his house, found his son, and demanded answers. Which metal is more valuable, gold or silver? His son didn't even hesitate. "Father, gold, obviously." The minister's blood was boiling now. "If you know gold is more valuable, then why on earth do you tell the king every single day that silver is worth more? Do you have any idea how you made me look today? The entire court thinks you're a complete moron." His son stayed calm, almost too calm, and said, "Father, let me explain something to you. Every morning the king comes to the marketplace. He sees me there, calls me over and puts 2 coins in front of me. 1 silver, 1 gold. Then he asks me to pick the more valuable one. I choose the silver coin. He laughs, seems happy, and walks away. That's how it goes every single day." The minister was losing his patience. "That's exactly my point. Why do you keep choosing the silver coin? Today the whole court humiliated me because of this nonsense." His son just smiled, didn't say a word. Instead he gestured for his father to follow him. They walked to his room, and the son opened up this old wooden box sitting in the corner. The minister's jaw dropped. The box was completely stuffed with silver coins, hundreds of them, gleaming in the afternoon light. "Where did you get all of these?" the minister whispered in shock. The son sat down and looked at his father with this knowing smile. "These are all from the king." "Father, every single one of them. See, here's the thing. The day I pick that gold coin and give him the right answer, the game is over. He stops asking. I stop getting a free silver coin every morning. Right now the king thinks it's hilarious that I choose silver. He genuinely enjoys our little routine. It makes his day. He laughs, he's entertained, and he keeps coming back. Why would I ruin that for 1 gold coin when I can keep collecting silver coins day after day after day? I'm not losing a steady income just to look smart for 5 seconds. The minister stood there absolutely stunned. His son wasn't foolish at all. He was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. He understood something that most people never figure out. Sometimes looking like the fool is the smartest move you can make. The minister felt this wave of pride wash over him. His son had been building wealth quietly while the whole kingdom laughed at him. And he didn't care one bit what they thought, because he knew what he was doing. From that day forward, whenever someone called his son foolish, the minister would just smile to himself and walk away because he knew the truth. His son wasn't dumb. He was a genius disguised as a fool. And that's the most dangerous kind of genius there is. Now here's what you need to understand about this story. We live in a world obsessed with appearances. Everyone wants to look smart, sound intelligent, be seen as successful. People do tiny things and make massive productions out of them, posting every little win on social media, announcing every move they make. Meanwhile, the real winners, the people who are actually building something significant, they move in silence. They don't need validation. They don't need applause. They're too busy stacking their silver coins while everyone else is laughing. Think about the people in your own life. How many times have you judged someone for doing something that seemed stupid only to find out later they were 10 steps ahead of you? How many times have you worried so much about what other people think that you made the wrong decision? The minister's son teaches us something powerful. If you know what you're doing is right, if you've got a plan that makes sense to you, then it doesn't matter if the whole world calls you crazy. In fact, history shows us that the world always calls the people it doesn't understand crazy. Every innovator, every entrepreneur, every person who ever did something different was called insane at some point. Steve Jobs was called crazy. Elon Musk gets called crazy. Every single person who ever built something from nothing had people laughing at them, doubting them, calling them fools. But they kept going because they knew something the crowd didn't. So here's my challenge to you. Stop worrying so much about looking smart and start focusing on being smart. Stop announcing every move and start making moves that matter. Let people laugh. Let them call you foolish. Let them think whatever they want while you're quietly building your empire, collecting your silver coins, creating the life you actually want. Because at the end of the day, when you're sitting in your room looking at a box full of success that you built silently and strategically, their laughter won't mean a damn thing. You'll just smile like the minister did, knowing that you played the long game and won. Be patient with your process. Be grateful for what you're building, even when nobody sees it. And keep moving forward, no matter who's watching or laughing. The smartest people in the room are often the ones everyone underestimates. So let them underestimate you. And when the time is right, when your box is full, that's when they'll finally understand. But by then you'll be so far ahead, it won't even matter. Now, if this story hit you the way it hit me, do me a favor and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Until next time, keep stacking those silver coins and keep proving the doubters wrong.